I'm really freaked out because I don't want to die. She says, because you are a unique patient and this is a really unique situation. And I was just like, okay, now like my heart kind of like sunk into my chest and I was like, okay, this is not good. Like, where are we going with this? I had not had a panic attack in a really long time. I had to pull over 3 times because I thought I was gonna pass out because I was like hyperventilating and I had both kids. And not only did I have a panic attack, I had to pull over 3 times on the way home, but I threw up. Like it made me physically sick, what they said to me. Hello everybody, today we're gonna be doing a get ready with me. I just finished splashing cold water on my face, rinsing it off, and I wanted to show you guys, I've been using this like tallow, whipped tallow, which is like all the rage right now. And I can see why, because my skin usually does not like look this good. So I think it's, and I haven't even put it on yet. I don't know if this is like, I've only tried one whipped tallow before and it's just one I got off on Amazon that had like really good reviews. I got it from that, not just because of the good reviews, but also because it was a small business and I wanted to support small business. But my skin is very, very sensitive. You'll see as soon as I like rub this on, my face gets really red. It's not from the tallow. It will do that with anything. But I apply it every day. And at first, the only like complaint I really have about this stuff is like it feels really greasy at first. And I feel like it can take a little while to like soak into your skin. But then once it does, it's pretty magical. Anyway, so yeah. I'll link everything I'm using in my Amazon storefront, as always, so you guys can check prices and everything else. And then my Aquaphor, and we are trying to be very sustainable over here, very low waste as much as possible. I'm far from perfect, but so I will cut open like my products to get like all, because there's still so much of it in here. If I would have thrown this away and I could have gotten like probably a month or 2 left out of this, which is crazy to me. Okay, so I think I told you guys a while ago, I got this like new foundation because I usually don't stray away from what I have always like used and love, which is like the cheapest drugstore brand. So it just works well for me and I like it. But the marketing for this company has been like insane. Like whoever is in charge of marketing and like customer service, like they're just doing a phenomenal job because they're making me buy something I usually would never have bought. And they also do something unique where like they let you buy it, or they let you try it before you buy it. So they'll send you a bottle and then they will literally let you try it for like, I think a week or 2. I don't know what the time frame is, I'm making that up. And then if you don't like it, you can send it back and they'll give you like a refund, which I thought was like, okay, I could do that. So we're gonna test it out today together. And usually I use my fingers to apply my makeup, but I'm gonna try it with the beauty blender, which I haven't used in like so long. So, and I will just give you guys an honest review because I bought this myself, like no affiliation with them whatsoever. It smells good. My beauty blender or the makeup, I don't know. So they say that this can be full coverage, which is what I like because I have so much redness in my skin. By the way, I don't know if I told you guys I'm sick. I don't know if you can tell or not. I've just been not feeling good lately. So many health issues, it's like not even funny. Okay, so I feel like I have to take the mirror off that I'm using. I feel like that did not give good coverage at all. It gave like a sheer. So this is what I'm gonna do, because I feel like sheer could be good like for certain occasions, but we want to make sure this is blendable, or not blendable, but like buildable. Because for me, when I'm filming, like I like to have full coverage. So we're gonna now see, okay, you could do like a sheer where you can still see your skin. I mean, it's really pretty. I think it's really pretty, actually. I changed my mind. Now that I'm like looking at it, it's just not what I'm used to. I'm used to like cakey ass full coverage, you know? But like, wow, I think I kind of like it a lot because it looks so natural. Okay, sorry, I'm like changing my mind. As I look at it, I kind of like the sheer, but I just want to make sure it is blendable. So what I'm going to do is what I usually do, and I usually do like 2 pumps on the back of my hand and then use my fingers. And I feel like we're going to see if using my fingers will make it full coverage. We're going to do a testy. I haven't done like makeup in so long on like, you know, for filming stuff. Okay, now I know that it's going to be full coverage because look, what a difference. Dang. Okay, so if you use a beauty blend, oh my gosh. Okay, this is gonna be too much now. Okay. Well, I like the versatility. Okay, this is definitely gonna be very full coverage. So that's kind of cool. I really like that you can like use it either way. I also got a concealer from them that I'm gonna try out with you guys. So stay tuned for that. And I need to look up how much my like drugstore foundation is that I buy, because I really don't wear makeup daily. Like I only wear it like when I feel like it. And lately my energy has been so low, and I think I talked about this before where like I have had so much brain fog lately, like really bad brain fog. And honey, it's open, love. I want you to open it. Here's my little makeup towel, literally falling apart. Do not buy this. It's such bad quality. Okay, hold on. My son is calling me. Every time like the kids want to go play, it's freaking raining outside. We're not in California anymore. So I don't watch the news for many reasons. This is one of them. Okay, her name was Crystal Caladerio. So if you know anything about that case, so very much like deeply disturbing. And I was like shocked because I feel like this stuff happens all the time and like we're just not aware of it, or, you know, it's not on the news every time. But most of the stuff that's on the news is like really horrible things. And my like very sensitive heart is, I'm too sensitive. Like it affects me like on a way deeper level than I think it does other people. I have like very much like empathy where I like almost feel like I can feel other people and like what they're going through. It's very weird, but it's like my only way of like really protecting myself is just not watching the news. And so I do not know of a lot of stuff that's going on in the world unless I see it through social media. And so I didn't know that this had happened. And then somebody had, like I asked for people to make video requests on Patreon. And that's how I found out about it and heard about it. And so I did a whole video like reacting and responding to like my reaction and just like my response to the whole situation, because that was horrible. Like, yeah. And then I got into this whole thing like where I just like want to adopt all the kids, and was trying to like figure out how I could just like adopt kids and convince my husband to like be on board. I even said I would stop shopping at thrift stores just so I could save all of my money, like every penny, just so I could have enough money to like take in these poor children that like just need a loving home and like a safe place, you know? And it's just so sad to me. Anyway, moving on to like happier things. Let's talk about Travis and I, because I feel like our relationship is just so different now. Like so different. And I am gonna go take a caffeine pill because I'm feeling very tired. I'll explain also some of the medical stuff going on with me, if anyone cares. I also linked these caffeine pills. They're like caffeine and L-theanine, so you don't get like jitters. It just feels like clean energy. And all this stuff is linked on my storefront. It's like a supplement. It's like a vitamin. It's like how I look at it, because it's got like MCT oil. It's got L-theanine, which is like a supplement. It's like a vitamin. Anyway, Trav. Okay. Travis is working full-time. He's also been training, feels like full-time, for another job. And he's just never here. And so I think the biggest thing is that like I have a whole new like respect for him now, because I know he is like working hard for our family, and not to say that he wasn't working hard when he was staying home with the kids, because obviously like that's the hardest job, is staying home with the kids full time, but he wasn't good at it. I'm just gonna say it like it is. And he admits it and like, you know, agrees with me. He was not good at like staying home with the kids. He does not have the patience. He's also on the spectrum and neurodivergent and has a lot of his own stuff, and it's hard for him to deal with the kids, especially when they're having their own things going on. But now that he's gone majority of the time, I'm able to like miss him, and you know, now I just think that like I've grown to like fall in love with him again, because I know like he's wanting to help support our family financially. And I think that that was like a big thing for me, like all these years, was I always supported the family financially, but then like I don't want to call it a career, but like my YouTube kind of career like tanked, you know, and I was getting like 100,000 views or something a video, and now I'm getting like 2,000 views, you know? And so I was just getting really stressed out, because I'm like, I'm not making the money that I used to, you know? Like I'm posting different content that's like not everybody's cup of tea, you know? And I don't want to keep posting like crazy storytime videos, because it's just not fun for me anymore. Like I'm a mom now, and I don't want to, I don't know, like I've grown as like a person, and I've evolved over the years, and I don't want to be stuck like making crazy storytime videos just to like be able to feel financially stable. I want to be happy with what I'm doing and feel good about it. Does that make sense? And so I post like what I love and what I'm passionate about, and thankfully like I'm still able to make money from this. It's not anywhere near what I was making before, like you know, and so I think that that's why I was so stressed out. I was like, listen, like Travis, I'm not making money like I used to, you know, and I need your help. Like I need you to get a part-time job. And he didn't for so long, and it was just very straining on our relationship. And so now I feel like that he has a full-time job. It's not a lot of money that he's bringing in. Like we're not rich by any means. We're very much like, you know, not rich is what I'm trying to say. I feel like a lot of people think that we are, but we're not. And so, you know, I have all my investment properties, which is awesome, but that does not pay our bills. You know what I mean? Anyway, him getting a full-time job has been very big in the sense that I know that him bringing that in is very helpful, you know, because I feel like I just don't have all the burden and weight on me. So with that being said, I just feel like it's helped our relationship a lot, because I feel like, you know, he's wanting to help and seeing how stressed out I've been for so long over all of this, and taking on that financial burden like all alone when he's perfectly capable of working. And the cool thing is like I'm able to stay home with the kids, homeschool them, watch them full time, and I can still work, you know? So I think that him being able to have a full-time job and me also still be able to work just makes me less stressed out, you know? And I don't have to worry about paying bills and all that. Anyway, that's what's going on with our relationship right now. It's definitely much better than it was in the past. And you know, like the kids get excited when he comes home and he's gone all day at work, and then he comes home and they're like, Daddy, and they get excited when he's home, and like they didn't even want to be around him before, you know? Anyway, that's where we're at now. And I think, you know, it's good for Travis also to be able to get away and have some alone time from the kids. And, you know, we're just working things out. We're making things work. And yeah, we're just happier now. So there's that. Okay, health. Let's go into health stuff. I'm gonna go grab my flat iron, BRB. Okay, we're back. My wet brush, my flat iron. I think you guys all know I've had like a million health issues for as long as I can remember, unfortunately. And by the way, this is what my hair looks like if I don't flat iron it. Should I just like leave it? Lately, I've had so much brain fog. Like, I am forgetting words, or I'm trying to say something and I can't like remember the word that I'm trying to say. Or I don't know any other way to explain it except for my brain feels so slow. And like, yeah, just like massive brain fog, like really bad brain fog, like scary brain fog. So I have been doing all of these things that I think are like helping. I know this is probably like cringing seeing you guys are probably freaking out seeing that I'm not putting any like heat protectant on my hair and that there's like smoke. I do this like, I only straighten my hair probably like once a week and then I'll like touch it up between the week, like here and there. But yeah, I just like never, that's why my hair is like so messed up. So I have Hashimoto's. I think you guys know that. It's an autoimmune disease where my immune system attacks itself, essentially. And I've had this for a while, been sick for years with it. And I finally was diagnosed and they put me on all this different medication, and my body is very sensitive to medication. So I finally found medication that like, I guess worked for me, but then it stopped working like after many years. And I got my blood checked and they were like, oh, it looks fine. And so now that I'm in a different state, I went to a new doctor out here, like a primary care doctor. And to preface, I feel horrible. Like, I have no energy. I'm extremely fatigued all the time. My whole body hurts. I feel very weak. Like, sometimes it takes so much energy just to talk. So I can't tell you how grateful I am and how thankful I am that you guys watch these videos, because I would not be able to like have another job. Like, I could never be able to like go into an office or like have to stand all day. I just couldn't do it. Like, my body would not allow me to, like, because of my health stuff that I have going on. So thank you for supporting me and watching these videos, because yeah, it's like when I have the energy to be able to like show up, you know, it's just like the perfect job for me. I also have ADHD and like you know, like BPD and like, so many things that like, this is just like, this will forever be me. Anyway, moving on from that, I went to the doctor out here, and I hadn't been to like a primary care doctor in a really long time. I was like, I need to get my levels checked. Like, I need to make sure I'm not low on iron, and that's why I'm so tired and out of breath all the time. And, you know, just like your checkup. So I go to the doctor, and I'm with both the kids because my mom's like out of town all the time and so busy and traveling. So she wasn't able to watch them, and Travis is working full time. So like all these doctor's appointments, I have to take the poor kids with me, but we make it fun. Like, we make it an adventure. And if they're really good, they get to go to the thrift store and get a toy afterwards. You know, like, we make it fun for them. And then I always get them like Chick-fil-A after. So they look forward. They're like excited for doctor's appointments. And they're so cute. They're like, Mommy, are you okay? I'm like, Mommy's fine, honey. I'm just making sure that we stay healthy, you know? Because I never want them to like worry about me or like grow up and be like, yeah, my mom like was going to the doctor all the time and taking us to the doctor with her all the time. You know, like, I want their childhood I want them to remember their childhood as like happy and fun. Sorry, I had to stop and go to the bathroom. Those little like caffeine pills make me poop. Like, literally very quickly after I take them. So you're having constipation problems. Okay, so talking about health stuff. Oh, this is so crazy. Okay. I was not expecting this to happen. So I go to my primary care doctor and I just tell him like, hey, feeling really tired, not feeling good. Also, I just moved here from California and I need to like switch get all new doctors out here. I need a psychiatrist, you know, like going off on the list of like endocrinologists, like in management, like all the people I need. And this guy's like probably like, oh my God, this woman is a shit show. And then And then when I pull out my gallon-sized Ziploc bag of medications I'm on, he probably like, he was probably like, what in the world? Like somebody my age, right? Like, cause usually, you know, grandmas pull that out. Anyway, so this guy, okay, so I'm on like all the medications, and I'll just, if you want to know all of them that I'm on, I do like a full video on Patreon, just because it's a little bit more private, you know, but I'll just give you an idea. Anxiety medication, I'm on like 2 different ones for that. And then I'm on like thyroid medicine, so Hashimoto's. I'm on, the biggest things were that he was like, there were 2 medications that I thought he would probably like kind of freak out that I was taking or be like concerned about, which were like, you know, I think you get the idea what I'm trying to get at without saying it. But he wasn't. He was like, he looked at the steroids that I was on and was like really concerned. And I was just like, I've been on these for years. Like, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Like, I don't know. And so he was like, yeah, I'm more concerned about this medication. We need to get you into an endocrinologist right away. And, you know, whatever. And I was just like, okay, he didn't like scare me. Well, he kind of did. He kind of scared me a little bit, but not enough to like do anything, you know? So anyway, so then I go to the endocrinologist. You guys, I left the endocrinologist having such a severe panic attack. Mind you, I was by myself with the kids, and that I was so freaked out and scared after that not only did I have a panic attack, I had to pull over 3 times on the way home, but I threw up. Like it made me physically sick, what they said to me. Hold on one sec. Okay, mom life, having to stop this video like 100 times. So firstly, I go to this place, the endocrinologist's office with both kids, and I'm waiting like an hour and a half just to like be seen, which was crazy, especially like having 2 young kids, like trying to keep them entertained and not screaming and freaking out. They did amazing, so I was really proud of them. But basically what happened was I had gone in, talked about how I thought that I had like what they call adrenal fatigue, and she was like, we don't treat that here. And I was like, okay, that's fine, but like I also have Hashimoto's, and you know, and so she was like, okay, well, show me the medication you're on. She was like kind of at a loss for words, which is like so crazy because I'm like, I've been on this medicine for a long time. I'm fine. Like, obviously, like, yeah, I feel really horrible if I don't take it, if I miss my doses, and I feel like really sick if I don't take these steroids that I'm supposed to be taking. But I forget, you know, get busy, and I'm also taking a million medications. So anyway, so she's like, okay, well, she was so sweet, by the way, and like trying to explain to me like how it works. But then she's like, okay, I'll be right back. And she goes and she like leaves the room, and then she comes back again, and then she leaves the room again, and she comes back in with like the main head doctor there. And I was just like, oh shit, this is not good. You know, so she tells me, she's like, this is Dr. So-and-so, and he's going to be helping me work on your case. And I was just like, okay, you know, thinking like it's just like a normal thing that they do with their patients. And then she says, because you are a unique patient for us, and this is a really unique situation. And I was just like, okay, now like my heart kind of like sunk into my chest, and I was like, okay, this is not good. Like, where are we going with this? So obviously they were in there talking to me for a long time, and they were very nice, but they were also explaining to me that these steroids that I'm on could basically kill me, and that they're very dangerous, and you don't take them like for a long period of time unless you like really, really need them, and your body's like not making it on its own. Something called Addison's disease, which is like what I thought I had, and I still might have. I just don't know, because like the doctor was not very clear on it. He just like prescribed me the medication and just said like, you know, you need to take this and you'll just take it for the rest of your life. And so I was like, okay, so that's like all I really knew. Well, these doctors were kind of educating me a little bit more about like how they work. And basically the steroids, like they shut down your own body making that hormone, or like that controls your blood pressure and like all these like important things to keep you alive. And so basically what they said was like, this is very dangerous for you and we need to slowly wean you off of these steroids that you've been on for years. And then we need to like check your blood levels and see where they're at, because if we test you now, it's not going to be accurate. And we're like, he's like, I've had patients like this in the past that, you know, got into really bad situations and basically died. And obviously, like, I don't think he was trying to like freak me out, but he was also trying to like explain the severity of the situation and like the medications I was on. And like, so as I was leaving, so he was like, this is going to be a long process. It's going to take weeks, months, maybe even a year to like safely like take you off these medications constantly. Like, I'm very grateful that like they seem caring and wanting to help me and like also educate me on stuff that I wasn't educated on before and I had like no idea about. But like, if I was feeling fine and healthy, like I would just say, I'm going to stay on whatever I'm staying on because I feel good. But like, obviously I don't, and I'm still very sick and I don't know what's going on with my body. And like, there's some weird stuff happening and I just like I feel horrible and I feel like my body's like not functioning like it's supposed to. And so I need to figure out what's going on, and I'm on all these medications. And so it's hard for them to figure out like what's going on. So I'm really freaked out because I don't want to die. And I know that sounds really dramatic, but like, that's literally like what these doctors were telling me is like, you know, prepare to have to be hospitalized. And I was just like, wait, what? Like, anyway, you can go into something called like adrenal crisis or something where like you die, like you go into like this crisis and you die. And I don't know a better way to explain it, but that's what they were trying to explain to me. And so they were like trying to just like warn me, prepare me, educate me. And so obviously when I left that appointment, I was like very scared, and I had not had a panic attack in a really long time. I had to pull over 3 times because I thought I was going to pass out because I was like hyperventilating and I had both kids and I was like so scared, and my mom was out of town. And I get home, I start throwing up like really bad. I'm lightheaded. I literally feel like I'm gonna pass out, and I'm all alone, and I'm very far from a hospital where we live. And so I call my stepdad and I'm like, hey, can you please come over? If I'm really not feeling well, I feel like I'm gonna pass out and I need someone here for the kids in case I pass out or something bad happens to me, right? I mainly was just worried about the kids. Like, and so he's like, oh yeah, of course. And he's such a saint. My bonus dad, I call him my bonus dad because I feel like stepdad is like, I don't know. I don't like that word. I think because of like how awful my stepmom was like to me, that I don't like calling step in front of them. He's like my bonus dad. Anyway, Jim, total saint. He's like, of course. And thankfully he was in town at their lake house, and he not only comes right away, but brings like McDonald's for the kids and for me, and like just was so sweet, and like stayed with us and watched a movie on the couch and waited until Travis got home so I wasn't alone. He was just like such a saint. I feel like God gives you angels when you really need them, you know? And like that was my bonus dad that day. So very grateful for him. But anyway, so that's that situation. And so I'm supposed to be, speaking of that, I'm supposed to take them. And it's really hard the times that they give them to me because I forget to take them. So I have like a reminder in my phone like that goes off. But anyway, speaking of that, I'm going to go take those steroids right now. And yeah, I will keep you guys posted, but that's kind of what's going on with all of like my health stuff. But anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. And I am sending you all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in my next video. Mwah.